What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to close out my budget for March. I'm very excited because this is gonna be my first official budget closeout for all of my cash envelopes. And so I'm gonna show you how I'm doing it, and I'm gonna show you the exact amount of money that we've spent on all of our categories, exactly how much that we've paid to debt, how much we've saved, how much we're going into the next month. I'm gonna show you all of that. So stay tuned so that way you can see, and you can also see how I'm closing it out. I'll try and explain how I'm doing it. This is the first time I'm doing it, so I might be a little, I don't know, I'll try not to be slow with all of my explanations, but we'll just see what happens. So first off, what I did is I went through all of my envelopes and I figured out how much I had left in each envelope. So a lot of these are actually empty, and the ones that aren't empty, like I have $40 left in my pet envelope. I didn't do anything. I'm actually gonna roll this over into April. So I'm not gonna write anything on here because I just keep this same envelope, so I already know that there's $40 in here. And then in my next video, when I'm actually filling my envelopes, then I will actually put in the next $40 that goes in. So I will have a total of $80 in here next month. But for now, I'm not filling these envelopes, I'm just closing out my budget. For cosmetics, I didn't have anything left, so that one just says 0. For household, I also didn't have anything left. That one is also 0. For miscellaneous, I'm also at 0. For gas, I do have $20 left in here, and I'm just going to roll that over into the next month because I will be driving to a couple hours away, so I will definitely need that gas money for next month. For dining out, I do have $13. I'm actually gonna be moving this to my grocery fund because I'm going to be getting rid of this dining out envelope when I set up for next month. So you'll see that when I'm actually filling up my envelopes, you'll see why I'm getting rid of this and where that money's gonna go. Then for groceries, I ended up having $20 left in groceries, and I will have to cut a new backing to this. So I'm gonna cut this out and glue this onto here, so that way I am able to reuse this envelope. I don't wanna have to print a new one. I did print these 2 spring envelopes because I think I'm going to do a new online shopping envelope and then I think I'm gonna start a hobby sinking fund type of thing because I realized I didn't have that and I kind of need that. So yeah, that's the money that I have left over in cash. Alvin also has, I think he said $11. And this is the money that I need to go take to the bank today. So this is stuff that we bought off of Amazon or online, and I took the cash out of the cash envelopes to go to the appropriate categories. So I have my receipts here because these are the ones that I haven't scanned into my Fetch app yet. If you don't know about Fetch, it's this online app where you actually just scan your receipts in and you get points, and you can turn in those points for gift cards. So if I look at my rewards, you can literally get a bunch of different kinds. You can get Target, Starbucks. I mean, there's literally so many. If I go up to it goes in alphabetical order, but later, if you need advanced auto parts, there's movie theaters, there's Amazon. I could get a $25 Amazon gift card just for cashing out my points. So I use this, I scan all of my receipts into there, and I'll have a code linked down below if you guys wanna try it out because I think you get 2,000 points to start out if you use my referral code. Okay, so I'm gonna scan my receipts later. What I've been doing, which I didn't show on camera, is I just went through my bank account. I'd been doing it weekly, so this was kind of the amount I did the first week and then the second week, and then I did this the third week, and then I had about this much to do today. So this is my checking account, and you wanna make sure that you keep track of all of your expenses in here. This is what I didn't do last month, and I ended up not being able to close out my budget because I had no clue where everything went. It was too hard to go back. But I have one for checking, I have one for cash, and I have one for PayPal. So I'm gonna go through, since I already put all of the stuff I needed to, and it all equaled the exact amount. I was so happy, you guys. Literally, this number reflects the number that's in my bank account it perfectly, and so does my cash. Like I have $104 in cash if I add up everything that I have left sitting in here, plus the couple dollars that Alvin has. And then also with PayPal, this is how much I have in my account also. So like, guys, I'm like a perfectionist, and that was just so satisfying. But I need to go through and add up all of my categories so that way I know exactly how much in each category I spent, and I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with the rest of this money. Because if you look, I had $3,422 at the start of the month in my bank account, and now I have $4,452. So that means that there's $1,000 that needs to go somewhere because I'm doing a zero-based budget. So all of my money should be going to a specific place. And so this is what I use as like my, what do they call that? Like a, not filler, but like a cushion, This is my cushion. So I just have this in here because it's just in case like maybe we overspend 1 month or something like that. But we obviously made more money. So I need to figure out what I'm doing with that money. It's definitely going to debt, obviously. But I just need to make sure that like I did all of this correctly, and then I'll show you exactly how much I'm gonna be putting towards debt, and so that way it zeroes out again and equals this amount. So that way I can start April with this same amount again. Okay, I'm just gonna go through and do my categories. I actually set up my categories back here so that way I was able to like make sure I always kept track of them. Some of these colors are different because I only set up this page like halfway through the month. I was like, wow, I should have done this a while ago. So I set up this page. This is now gonna be my color categories from now on. And so I'm going to finish out these colors in all of my spreads, and I'll come back in just a second. Okay, so I ended up doing all of my categories per each thing here. And so now I just created this little like, where did my money go spread. So I need to figure out my starting balance, which would be the starting balance of every single one of these up here. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this stuff up really quick so that way I can get a starting balance. Okay, so my starting balance was $5,556.99. I'm just gonna go ahead and round it up to 57. And then I need to add up all of my income. Okay, and then we add these together to make our total income that we could be using. So this is what I have so far. Okay, and this is the exact same categories that I've been using. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do my color system here. Okay, after going through, this has taken me a while just because it's my first time doing everything. So I don't think I like this spread. I don't think it works for me just because I don't have these categories budgeted the way that they should be. So I don't know if I'm gonna change this for April or not, but this is what I ended up spending for these categories in the month of March, and this is my whole starting balance for April. So I went ahead, like I showed you guys how I put the starting balance of $104 for cash. I did the same for the checking account. So this is gonna be the starting balance for checking in April and also for my PayPal account. Now, I did not actually get to do a full zero-based budgeting for this month. There is money that we had left over. A bunch of it I did put towards the debt payoff, but then as you could see, like some of my starting balances are higher next month than they were this month. So technically I actually kept some of the money in the accounts. So I am gonna be working on getting better at that and being able to figure out exactly how to make sure that every single dollar is going somewhere. But for now, I just really was like trying to get better at being able to close out my budget and, you know, figuring that out. So with the starting balance for March, and then this was our incoming balance, this was our total income for March, and we ended up paying off $4,778 in debt. So if I go back to wow, these spreads are crazy. When I go back here, I did fill out the income. So this was what I expected us to get, and then this is what we actually received, and then the same for bills. So some of these we were actually under budget for, and some of them we were a little bit over budget. We had to pay like double garbage because supposedly they didn't bill us in December, so we were paying for December's bill. Not exactly sure if that's true or not. And then my SteadyMD actually came out. It came out like at the beginning of last month, but then it came out at the end of this month because this month was longer. So technically I have 2 SteadyMD bills in here, but then next month I probably won't actually have any, or it'll eventually even out. And then I think I might change some of my envelope systems over. Now that I figured out my categories, I'm getting rid of the dining out, like I said. So I think I might just do 1 food envelope, and then that way I do actually, like, I can figure out the budget a lot easier if I put these envelopes in the correct categories. Like, instead of having a gas envelope, it could just be labeled car. And so that way I don't have to sit here and figure out like what goes in what category. So I think I might change the grocery, dining out, and the gas envelope in order to replicate these correct categories, if that makes sense. And then that way I can also have a fun envelope for this fun category for my hobbies and stuff, because then pretty much all of the rest of the stuff comes out of the checking account or the PayPal account, so I don't need the cash envelopes for that. So I think that that would work out better, so I could figure out my actual budget and figure out the difference every single month, because this is kind of the difference based off of what I've already done. But this is really, really cool. This is my favorite thing, that we paid off 2 whole credit cards this month and ended up being able to put more money towards the loan. So we went from owing almost $31,000 to now owing just $26,000. So that is really, really awesome, really amazing. I can't believe that we were able to do that this month. Obviously, thanks to part of the stimulus check, since we ended up just putting all the stimulus check into our debt payments, but still, that was like $60 or almost $1,700, I think, that we paid towards that without the help of the stimulus check. So very excited. I am loving how all of my spreads turned out, and I'm definitely going to be getting better at this every single month. So I can't wait to actually go through. Tomorrow I'm going to be getting my cash for my cash envelopes and setting it up for you guys. So if you wanted to see how I fill all of my envelopes and how much money I'm putting in each one, stay tuned for that video. But yeah, that's it. That was my whole budget closeout for March.